Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Phantom Saberlight here. Today I'm coming to you with the final OU match. Match number 6. I decided to go with 6 simply because the last two videos that I had created aren't all that fantastic, in my opinion. So yeah, I've decided to create another one. OU, and we're going to use the same team. I do apologize as if you do hear some noises in the background. Like I said, there are many people living here. Also, I have my dog sitting here next to me. Yeah, so if you hear some sniffing or sneezing or barking or whining or pouting, that'd probably be the dog. So yeah, with that, let's find our final matches with this team. Hopefully Showdown isn't too laggy. It'll be a bit annoying if it is. I'm really excited to be able to move on to the next tier as well. So yeah. Anyways, my opponent is pretty annoying as he has the Clefable. You guys all know that I don't like Clefable, so unfortunately Mega Sableye won't be getting a sweep here. Simply because he has two Pokemon that pretty much counter it, possibly even three. I'm pretty sure that is a Mega Gyarados, which scares the living bejesus out of me. So I'm going to start off with my Skarmory, as he starts off with Breloom, which leads me to believe that he's going for Spore to try and put one of my Pokemon to sleep. I am going to switch out into Banana Split, and I'm going to be able to take that pretty nicely. I am going to go for the Glare, because I could switch out, but that's okay. As I do get the Glare off, I am able to paralyze this Heatran. Right here, I'm going to switch out into... here's the thing, like, I can switch out in my Blissey, but it's not really doing much for me. Heatran is just so annoying for this team, as he ends up going Clefable. Clefable is also a very annoying Pokemon here, as I'm going to switch out into my Skarmory as he ends up going for T-Wave. That's really annoying. Right here, I'm just going to decide to get my Stealth Rocks up. As he ends up going into his Gyarados, we do get our Rocks up, but now he has his Gyarados up, or out, excuse me, and that is very scary. And because of that, I'm going to switch straight out into my Zapdos. He is going to set up a substitute, which is fine. I will go for the Volt Switch. He ends up going for the Waterfall, and the Volt Switch will easily be able to break its sub. And right here I'm going to switch out into Zucchini because I am Choice Scarf, which means I will be able to outspeed this Gyarados and easily go for the Bolt Strike, although I do see my opponent switching out into the Latios, I guess. Because he's not Mega Evolving, I kind of think maybe he's running Mega Latios, but that's kind of weird. Actually, he's probably going to go out into Heatran, but I can't mess around with this Gyarados. As he does switch out into Clefable. Clefable is going to be able to eat most of the damage up. Right here, I'm going to switch out to Skarmory again, as he decides to get his Stealth Rocks up. Right here, I'm going to pull the double switch out in my Zapdos, expecting him to switch into his Gyarados again. Although if he is running Flamethrower, that'll be quite annoying. Also, these rocks are pretty annoying, as my opponent actually stays in, so that's really annoying. But here I'm just going to have to go for a Roost, unfortunately, as my opponent reveals that he is running Moonblast, and that's going to lower my special attack. That's fine. I am going to continue to go for a Roost to regain most of my HP back. That's probably about as high as I'm possibly going to get. So, because of that right here, I'm going to switch out in my Skirmer. He's going to go for a Moonblast. And he's going to lower my special attack. Oh no. Right here, I really want to pull another double out into Zapdos. But I'm just going to stay and go for the Iron Head, as he does knock off my Rocky Helmet. And I do go for the Iron Head, and I get a crit. And that does hardly anything to this Clefable. Yeah, okay. That's kind of annoying. Oh man, this thing is fat. This thing's annoying, man. I hate Clefable so much. Right here, I'm going to go out into my Superior. He ends up switching out to Mandibuzz. That's annoying because Superior is not a switch in for Mandibuzz. Then again, I'm thinking about what I want to do against this Mandibuzz, but none of it seems very good. I kind of want to switch out into Zucchini, but that's not good either. Actually, I'm going to go for a Glare. If he decides to stay in and go for Brave Bird, that's going to suck. He actually goes for a Toxic. And I'm going to Leaf Storm his Mandibuzz now. If he decides to switch out into Heatran, so be it. If he does stay in with his Mandibuzz, he's going to go for a Foul Play. I'm going to go for another Leaf Storm. I just kind of want to wear down this Mandibuzz. I am going to let my Banana Split go down here, which isn't really the smartest of plays, but yeah. I really want to go for a Hidden Power Ground, expecting the Heatran to come out, because another Leaf Storm should be able to take out the Mandibuzz. I'm going to go for another Leaf Storm though, as he does make the switch out in the Heatran. That's very annoying. Please, please live the... Yes, beautiful. Okay, right here I'm going to go for the Hidden Power Ground, and I'm hoping he stays in with his Heatran. That way we can finish this Heatran off and get rid of it, because it's annoying. And he does, and there goes his Heatran, so I'm really happy about that. Let's see, right here, pretty nice switch in will be my Zapdos. As he goes Balloon, like I had thought he would. Right here, I am going to... I'm actually going to switch out into my Skarmory, expecting him to go for another Spore, as he does. And I'm actually going to get my Stealth Rocks up, as he goes straight into Gyarados again. This time I'm still going to continue with the same play. I'm going to go straight out of my Zapdos. If he goes for an attacking move, so be it. I still have Zucchini in the back, as he finally decides to Mega Evolve and go for Dragon Dance. Okay, that's really bad and scary. I'm going to go for the Volt Switch. He goes for a Waterfall, and that's going to be able to take me out. I could Will-O-Wisp him, but let me check something. I know I do a lot of calcs, guys, but yeah, I kind of need to. Mega Gyarados. Mega Gyarados. Let's see here. Bolt Strike. U-turn, or break. So Bolt Strike is only going to do... Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is really scary. Actually, I should be fine, hopefully. I'm going to go Zucchini. I'm going to go for the U-turn as I should outspeed him. And I'm really hoping that he does not go for another Dragon Dance, because that would be really terrible. So he goes for a Waterfall. I'm going to go for an Iron Head right here. If he goes for Substitute... Oh, okay. That's really bad. Oh boy. Yeah. This is bad. Please break the sub. No? Okay, that's bad. I do believe my opponent just won. Simply because I completely forgot my Skarmory didn't have the Rocky Helmet anymore. Oh boy. The only hope I have in this game is if somehow Blissey can somehow numerically live a Waterfall, which I highly doubt. Oh my goodness. Holy crap. Blissey, you monster. Unfortunately, I am going to have to let Blissey go down here. And it's not looking too good for me. But I'm definitely not out of the game just yet. This Gyarados is still a huge problem. I need to hit this Will-O-Wisp, as I finally do, thank goodness. And I'm going to be able to recover up here. This is still extremely scary. Oh man. Okay. There's only one way I can win here, is if he goes for a Moonblast while I switch into my Zucchini right here. As he actually sets up the Stealth Rocks. Very great play by my opponent. I cannot mess around with this Clefable. I have to go for V-Creep. And that is going to take it out, thank goodness. V-Creep should be able to take out any one of my opponent's Pokemon. He does bring out the Breloom. Mach Punch isn't going to do a lot. So I'm going to go for another V-Creep. He does switch out Latios here. I still don't think I can win, actually. Latios. U-turn only does about 60%. My opponent went for the Earthquake. He is Life Orb variant. Oops. I am just a regular Sableye right now. Yeah, Draco Meteor is easily going to be able to kill me. Oh boy, this is a tough match. I still don't think I can win, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my heart out. V-Creep. or U-turn. Oh darn it, not Sky Uppercut. U-turn. V-Creed does about 58%. And Mandibuzz. U-turn's only going to be doing 11%. So he'll be at 20% coming into rocks. I have to Will-O-Wisp and hope I can land it. But he's going to go for an Earthquake. That's not good enough. I'm going to lose here. I should have just recovered. Dang it. Latios. V-Create does max 58%. So I've got to hope that I can get max damage V-Create. Or cancel. Ugh. Cancel. Oh no, he made the switch. Oh boy. This might be good or bad. This could possibly win me the game. Possibly. Okay, so he switched out. He's at 44%. V-Create should be able to kill if I outspeed him. He is Life Orb. Come on, Zucchini. Come on. He outsped. No. Oh my goodness. Darn it. That -1 speed. Even though I was Choice Scarf. Wow. If I'd have gone for U-turn right there, I could have won. I think. Oh, man. I had a feeling he would switch, but I wasn't sure. The Mandibuzz is running leftovers, so I don't think I could have won that even if I went for a U-turn. Darn it, he outsped me. Oh my goodness. If he would have missed a Draco Meteor, you guys, that would have been amazing. Or even if he got a low roll. Actually, no, it still killed no matter what. Darn it, oh my goodness. That was a great match by my opponent. I had a lot of fun with that match. Yeah. Oh man, I could have. I don't know. That was a tough one. But yeah, I'm gonna check the time real quick. 18 minutes. I think we have enough time for one more. That was an amazing battle. So I'm glad to have such a fantastic battle for the last video. Another opponent with the Heatran, and a Skarmory, and a Slowking, and a Scrafty, and a Mega Venusaur, and an Excadrill. I'm scared. Rocks are not very important during this game, so I'm going to lead off with Zapdos, expecting him to lead off with either his Skarmory or his Heatran, but he actually leads off with his Scrafty. I'm going to Volt Switch against this Scrafty. And Scrafty can't really... I mean, I don't know. We'll see what this Scrafty wants to do. He's going to Dragon Dance up. And he's leftovers. This guy might sweep me, actually. I'm going to switch straight out into my Sableye in case he wants to set up another Dragon Dance. He actually goes for Drain Punch, so I'm going to dodge that very nicely. Right here, I can definitely see my opponent switching out into his Heatran simply because he knows that the Calm Mind is coming. Oh, excuse me, that the Will-O-Wisp is coming. But I do see my Sableye possibly sweeping my opponent if I can play it correctly. At +1, how much is a Scrafty going to be doing to a Sableye? At +1, knockoff only does about 40% max. So I'm actually going to go for a Calm Mind, because I don't want to get this Heatran a Flash Fire boost, as he does decide to stay in, and he's going to decide to Dragon Dance up again. So at +3, if we decide to burn his Scrafty, and he gets all the way up to +6, he's still only doing about 55%. So I'm going to go ahead and burn him. He's probably running the Shed Skin on his Scrafty, but that's okay. We are going to burn him, and that's going to do hardly anything to us, so I'm going to feel free to go for another Calm Mind. As he's going to go for another Dragon Dance. And I'm going to Calm Mind again. The only thing I'm worried about is him critting me. What if this is Adamant? Because that still do quite a bit of damage. He does a 60 max, so 37%. And he does, oh boy. Okay, so he's running the Shed Skin. Oh my goodness, that does so much. Yeah, this was a bad play on my part. I'm gonna get swept by this thing. So he's gonna go for another Dragon Dance. And he gets the Shed Skin. Wow, okay. Scrafty's gonna go, Sableye's gonna go down here. And he's gonna stay burned, thankfully. Not too sure how much that matters now at this point. Volt Switch did about 33%, so we'll bring him down to 50%. After burn, he'll be down to about 43%. I'm gonna hope that Banana Split can take one hit. And I'm gonna go for the Leaf Storm. As we do take one hit, please don't miss, thank you. Sheesh. Okay, he's gonna stay burned. I have to save my Superior. Sorry about that, that was my dog. He does go for the Drain Punch. The Rocky Helmet's going to do a lot of damage. And he's going to continue to stay burned, thankfully. Right here I'm going to go for an Iron Head because any little bit of damage will be nice against his Scrafty. And my dog is sneezing up a storm right now. Okay, so an Iron Head should take him out. Thankfully it does. But we did lose Mega Sableye, which could have potentially swept the rest of his team. So I'm a bit upset about that, because now our Superior is severely weakened, and so is our Skarmory. That's a huge problem. And if he decides to get, like, here's the thing, I don't have much for this Heat right now. I can go for a Stealth Rock, but it's not really going to matter much. As he goes for an Ancient Power, as he ends up being, I believe, Choice Scarf, I think, is the type he's running. So, yeah, I believe that's the Choice Scarf Heatran. I would think. Because he's Choice Scarf, though, gotta do some more calcs. Volt Strike or Brick Break. Heatran. Choice Scarf. Wow, okay. So a Brick Break is still only gonna do 47%. That's pathetic damage. I don't have a choice, honestly. Yeah. Honestly, I should probably forfeit this match. He's probably calcing it himself right now, probably seeing what I could get. I could be choice banded. You know, he doesn't know that. If I am choice banded, how much does that do? Just out of curiosity, I still can't kill. So I don't know what he's thinking about, because a Brick Break is going to do a pathetic amount of damage. Ancient Power doesn't do all that much, but unfortunately I am going to have to continue to stay in with Victini and continuously go for Brick Breaks as he goes for Earth Power, revealing that he is not Choice Scarf. So because of that, Banana Split can come in here and hopefully knock out this Heatran with Hidden Power Ground, although he's probably going to see that coming and he's going to switch out into his Skarmory. As he actually decides to stand, I do get a crit. I'm not too sure how much that matters, simply because it's super effective ×4. Although he can easily just go out to his Mega Venusaur like he does and completely wall my Superior. My opponent is kind of annoying. I don't really care though. He's probably just mad simply because he sees a bunch of Pokemon that are very defensive, and yeah. Right here I'm going to go for the Evo, as he's probably going to switch out into his Excadrill, as he actually switches out into his Skarmory. I'm fine by that. I'm going to switch out to my Zapdos, and I'm going to click Heat Wave, depending on what he does. He's going to set up his Stealth Rocks. I'm going to click Heat Wave, because I see him switching out into his Excadrill or his Venusaur. He actually switches out into Slowking, so a very nice play by my opponent. I'm still going to click Heat Wave because I don't care. He'll probably expect me to go for another Volt Switch. As he decides to stay in, I'm going to wait here just for a little bit, make him think that I'm going to go for a Volt Switch. Let's see here. Superior is at 27%. I'm going to click Heat Wave again now. And if he stays in again, great job. Yes, he does stay in again. Very nice. And I'm going to continuously click Heat Wave because I don't care. If Psyshock is the only move he can hit me with, I'm fine by that because I can just simply roost off most of the HP that he does to me, as I do believe he's running Slack Off on his Slowking probably. Not too sure what the other two moves would possibly be. I don't know why he's not going for the other two moves. Maybe he expects me to switch out to Blissey. But I have no reason for that. So as I go for the Roost, he goes for the Psyshock. I'm going to click Heat Wave again. I finally get a crit. As he finally is going to click Scald. I'm fine with that. He's probably fishing for a burn. I'm going to continuously click Heat Wave because I fear nothing of this Slowking. If he does get a burn, it's quite annoying, but that's okay. I definitely don't see myself winning this game, actually. I'm just kind of here, stalling him out a little bit, just kind of being annoying to him. Just because I feel like it. Sludge Wave is going to hurt, but I do have a Blissey, so yeah. If he clicks Leech Seer right here, I'm just going to quit, because there's no point in continuing this game anymore. As he clicks Sludge Bomb, right here I'm going to soft boil it up. He goes for a Yuka Drain, and I'm going to get up to pretty much full health. I'm going to see how much the Seismic Toss will do, although I doubt it will do hardly anything. I'm going to check the time real quick. 31 minutes. Okay. Seismic Toss is actually a 4-hit KO, surprisingly. The thing is, he's probably running Synthesis or Leech Seed or even Giga Drain, will help be able to bring his Mega Venusaur up to pretty much full health. If he's not running Synthesis or Leech Seed on his Mega Venusaur, I could possibly still come back. Possibly. Seismic Toss is a 4-hit KO on his Skarmory, although if he's running Roost, that will be very unfortunate for me. He does go for the Brave Bird, and that's going to do a lot of damage to Blissey. As now, unfortunately, I don't see myself winning. Let's see, 12%. Am I faster than his? No, I'm not. I'm actually going to save Hard Boiled, because I can live upon re-entry of Stealth Rocks, and I can soft boil it up against Slowking, as I do believe Blissey is faster. So he's going to go for a Brave Bird, and he gets the crit. Okay. That's annoying. That's really annoying. He's going to go out into his Excadrill here. He is going to be able to outspeed me, and this should be the game. Unless he misses whatever he goes for. He could have missed right there. That would have been quite funny. 302, 344. I do expect him to be Choice Scarf though, to outspeed me. So he's probably going to outspeed me with his Excadrill, and he's probably going to be able to clean up with Excadrill, as he is Choice Scarf like I had thought. So because of that, I'm going to lose. Just in case he misses or something, I don't know. Because believe it or not, if none of his Pokemon have recovery, then Blissey could have came back for me. I'm going to look for one last match, and that'll be it. And I'm actually going to ignore both of these, as our opponent in the last match was a trash talker. So my opponent's running the Heatran and the Ferrothorn. That is extremely annoying. I'm sick and tired of seeing these two Pokemon. Yeah, I'm really sick and tired of it. I'm going to start off with Zucchini, as he's going to open up with Talonflame. And even if he's Choice Banded Brave Bird, it shouldn't take out Zucchini. What did I click? Bolt Strike. Should be able to take out the Talonflame. I'm really hoping that goes through, and I'm really hoping he stays in. So yeah, I should be able to live it at, I believe, like 20-something%. He does switch out in Ferrothorn. Very great play by my opponent. I do expect him to go for the Stealth Rocks here. I'm going to switch out into my Static Shock. And I'm going to predict my opponent to switch out into his Latios, or his Altaria, or his Talonflame, or his Heatran, and I'm going to go for the Volt Switch. I actually get a crit on this Ferrothorn. Because he's running the Protect, I'm gonna actually, darn it. I knew I should have just gone for a Volt Switch. I don't know, I'm playing absolutely terribly right now, guys. Hardboiled is an easy switch in every day, so he's probably gonna get his Stealth Rocks up anyway. He's actually gonna taunt me, excuse me. And I'm going to go for a Seismic Toss, as he does go for Stealth Rocks. Seismic Toss is going to do a moderate amount of damage. He's probably going to roar or switch out into his Ferrothorn or Keldeo maybe. He actually switches out into his Ferrothorn as I thought he would. He's probably going to be able to get his spikes up here. Or Leech Seed. He actually goes for the knockoff. Right here I'm going to Roost Up. As my opponent's probably going to stay in with his Ferrothorn, probably going for the Protect. He actually switches out into Latios. I'm going to Volt Switch. As he goes for the Psyshock. Right here I'm going to go into Skarmory. Because Psyshock shouldn't do too much. And Draco Meteor. I'm pretty sure I can live Draco Meteor. I'm hoping. I'm going to click Stealth Rocks. That way, if his Talonflame decides to come in, it's going to be taking 50%. And if his Altaria wants to come in, it's going to take 25%. This also is going to force my opponent to go for the Defog eventually, as he actually ends up switching out to his Talonflame. Right here, I do expect him to go for the Flare Blitz. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to stay in. And if I can somehow live a Flare Blitz, I'm going to go for the Roost. Hoping that, I'm hoping I can take at least one hit. If my opponent's smart, he'll just straight up go for the Flare Blitz, because I don't really have many switches in for this Talonflame. He actually goes for the Swords Dance. I'm actually fine with that. I'm going to click Iron Head because I'm back up to Sturdy. And when he hits me, he's going to be able to take recoil damage and Rocky Helmet damage. And then I'm going to get an Iron Head off. And yeah. But here's the problem with this Talonflame now. I'm going to go for a Roost in case he decides to go for a Roost himself, as he does. And right here I'm going to go for another Roost, as my opponent's probably going to just Flare Blitz, as he does. right here, I'm going to actually switch out into Blissey. A Brave Bird or a Flare Blitz will do a hell of a lot of damage. I'm going to Soft Boiled in case I can live a hit. As I don't. But his Talonflame does go down with me. Although this is very unfortunate for me because now this Halteria is a problem. I'm going to switch into my Superior. As he ends up going Feral. I'm not too sure what I want to do here. I don't have much of a play. I could go out into Zapdos, but I think I'm gonna go to Zapdos. As my opponent actually switches out into the Heatran. I'm gonna go for the Roost. Does he actually outspeed me? He probably does. Yeah, he's running Taunt, which means he's gotta run Speed. He doesn't outspeed me actually, as I do outspeed him. He does go for the Lava Plume and he gets the burn. Oh boy, we are just not getting lucky at all. We're not getting lucky at all during this game. A Brick Break's not going to kill this Heatran. It actually ends up going for a Roar. I'm going to Mega Evolve and I'm going to Calm Mind. I don't see my Sableye sweeping here as he switches out into Keldeo. He might be sub Calm Mind variant, which will be bad. How do I play this? Because if he specs and he goes for a Hydro Pump or even Scald, that'll really hurt. But I'm just going to go for another Calm Mind. He's probably fishing for a burn here or even the crit. Here I'm going to recover just in case. I'm pretty sure that's a Scarfed Keldeo because a Scald from a Choice Specs Keldeo I think would do a bit more to a Sableye. I would think. If his Altaria is a special set, perhaps we can win this. Maybe. But if he's a physical set, then actually, if he's a physical set, I'm going to Will-O-Wisp him just in case. This is going to hurt Mega Sableye, but I'm really hoping I can take whatever it wants to dish out. I don't really see myself. Yeah, it is a physical set. Okay, yeah, I'm going to lose. I actually end up going for Dark Pulse instead of the Will-O-Wisp. This is annoying. I want to go out in the Zucchini, but it won't make much of a difference. I'm just going to click Dark Pulse again, because he's probably going to go for a return, as he does. I don't have anything for this Altaria. I'm just going to switch out to Superior, because why not? I'm going to click Leaf Storm, try and set up, although it's pointless because he still has a Ferrothorn left, which can eat pretty much anything it wants, anything I dish out. He does go for the return, that's going to kill me. I'm going to go out in Zapdos. He's going to be able to outspeed me and kill me off anyway. He actually goes for Roost. Hidden Power Ice. This is going to do a lot, but he's still healing up too much for me to handle. My opponent could easily go for another Roost. And now he's at more HP than before. Right here, I'm going to go out into Zucchini. And I'm just going to click V-Crete, because there's no way of me winning this at all. I do take out the Mega Altaria, thankfully, but right here you can easily just switch out into his Heatran. He actually decides to go Keldeo, and he's going to be able to take me out with Skull. And that's going to be that. So, with that, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Unfortunately, we did get 2 losses. We did get 1 win at the beginning, though, thankfully. It's a bit unfortunate to end it off like that. But yeah, that's just how the game goes. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy it. And with that, I hope you guys take care.